Booksmart reminded me of the kind of movies that made me want to be in this business. You know, I grew up watching movies like Fast Times, Breakfast Club, Say Anything, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Clueless, and those movies made me want to be a part of this storytelling business. I thought they were incredibly revolutionary in the way they kind of contextualized the adolescent experience. They taught me so much about music, about just human interaction. And I wanted to make a movie that was a love letter to those films and also something that would reflect this new generation and how evolved and fluid and political and just awesome they are. They make me optimistic for the future. We worked with the cast to make sure they were never saying anything that felt inauthentic. We made sure everything was an organic line, interaction, moment, everything. If it didn't feel right or real, we got rid of it. And I think that was the standard. It was my priority to just make sure there weren't false beats. And it was up to the actors to make sure they stayed on that as well. And they're all so good. I mean, this is a unique group of fresh young actors. It was a really supportive, communicative, warm set. And we did 4 weeks of nights in the middle of it. So you needed this family vibe. And we had a lot of great male allies working on the crew too, and I have to shout them out and appreciate them. And it was great for this young cast to see an example of men taking orders from a woman without having any issue with it. That was great. We had the best crew in the world.
She's unapologetically fierce and brazen and incredibly intelligent and also fiercely loyal, and she's all of those things while also being really silly and loose and funny and warm, and I had never seen that juxtaposition represented on screen, especially in a comedy. And all of the humor in the film comes from their intellect and also their love for one another, and it's a really positive humor. It really builds people up. And then you have Olivia Wilde and you're like, where do I sign? That playfulness came from Olivia had us so prepared. We rehearsed so much before we got to shoot, which is such a luxury that she crafted, that she created. It's not something that just happened. She was like, I want to carve out this time. And then she had a no script on set rule, meaning that we had to be fully memorized every day. So because we all came in so prepared, we were able to be so free because we knew exactly the foundation that we were coming back to in every scene. So that's definitely.
It was really refreshing to read a story about a female best friendship that seemed so honest and real on the page. It was so refreshing to read a story about women who were actually funny. You know, as a woman, I don't get sent comedic roles hardly ever. So that was really, really exciting to me. And then also just the friendship was really, really exciting for me. And then when Olivia came on, it was like, oh, well, this is.
Oh my, every Gigi look was iconic. I can't pick up, I don't know, my favorite was probably the sailor look with like that crazy kimono with the tassels and the cap and the whole vibe. She is just everything I would be if no one was watching, and that's why she was so fun to get to play, because I got to be the most insane, wily version of myself, and that was so refreshing to get to do. Olivia is just beyond the best human ever. I want to grow up to be her as a director. I want to grow up to be her as a mother. I want to grow up to be her as a human. She is, I can't say enough positive adjectives about the woman. She's so talented, and you'll see it when you see it.
Oh my God, the vibe is so good. When the cast is so young, it just lets all the energy be just fun and fresh, and everybody's just throwing jokes around, and we dancing, and the woe wasn't out at the time. Hold on, wait, the woe didn't come through at the time. At the time, this was, Black Boy JB was popping at the time, for y'all who know what I'm talking about. But it was just the best energy, and it was just so fun.
I think this is one of those movies where in like 10 years, people are going to look back and be like, how on earth were all of these wickedly talented and funny and amazing people all in one movie together? And I think that just goes to show, Olivia Wilde's eye and Allison Jones's eye, and like just when like so much talent and positivity comes together, like this is what.
I just thought it was good. I thought it was really funny and really good and well written, and I knew Olivia was directing it, and I thought that was really thrilling. And then, so I was inclined to do it, and then they said, oh, and Will Forte is going to play your husband. I was like, oh, yeah, no, definitely. Well, it's entertaining. That's, I think, the most important thing. And it's just really funny, and it's the kind of high school that you hope every school is like, where it's not remarkable that you have, these different kinds of kids populating a school, and everyone's included. Everyone likes each other. They're not judgmental. It's good.
It was like recess. To be completely honest, it was like recess. It didn't even feel like work. We could show up to work each day, and we'd go over these sides, and we'd practice and practice. But once we got on film and we started doing the thing, it was like a game. It was like a little activity. It was recess, 100%.
At the helm, it was incredible. She's a warrior lady. She's like really wise and warm and motherly and like all the things you want from a director, and then she's able to be like super technical and like meet the entire crew, head on.